Today, the Portland City Council approved grant applications to get federal money to help improve roads in Portland. The grant would help with improvements along North and Northeast Broadway, as well as the 82nd Avenue corridor. Some of the plans include rebuilding sidewalks to make them more pedestrian-friendly and accessible, also improving access from people biking and walking to the Portland streetcar. The project would also add street trees and ornamental lighting to an area of the city that lacks both. The grants are up to $80 million, and it does not have to be matched by the city.